Yeah, so here we are going to do a little tour of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road, starting from Ironshore, going to South Spring, then to Cornwall Courts, Irwin, and then to Bogue. So let's start. Let's start the journey. It's now 4:57. And today is Thursday, the 9th of September. Sorry, the 9th of October. So this is Ironshore. So now we are passing the Ironshore Seventh-day Adventist Church. And we are driving to where they excavated some section and where they start to pave the road. So let's see what's going on over here at this moment. Let's see if we can access this road. Alright, so they blocked the section off that they have paved already. So that's the section that they have paved. So they block off the access so that nobody can drive in the paved section. So we are on another section running beside the paved section. So we can see that that area is paved of the highway. So now we are at Ironshore, and we are going toward the Dr. Chung Boulevard. So we are running alongside the paved section of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. So that's the paved section of the road. And you can see where the median is there in the middle of the paved section. So this road is basically a two-lane road. One going to the west and the other one coming to the east side. So this section will lead toward the Dr. Chung Boulevard. So we are going to access the Montego Bay Perimeter Road in a little while. But we are just driving alongside because they have blocked off the paved section. So now I am actually coming on the Dr. Chung Boulevard. So the Dr. Chung Boulevard leads back to Dr. Chung Boulevard lead back to not the Norwood section. So this is the Dr. Chung Boulevard. So here there's gonna be either an overpass or underpass or some way of you to get across this road and goes on the section of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road that leads toward Norwood. So this road is that I'm crossing is the Dr. Chung Boulevard, and I'm now going to access a section of the Perimeter Road that leads to Salt Spring, and then from Salt Spring it would lead to Cornwall Courts, and then from Cornwall Courts it would lead to Irwin, and from Irwin it leads to Fairfield, and from Fairfield it leads to Bogue, and from Bogue it leads to Freeport. So here we are now accessing the unpaved section. So this is the unpaved section of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. So I am driving on the section of the Perimeter Road that leads toward Salt Spring. So this is the unpaved section. Across this section is the paved section. So I'm gonna stop driving now and I'm gonna show you a section of the paved highway. So that's a section here of the pave leading from Ironshore. So you can see some worker walking up the highway. So that's a paved section of the highway or the Perimeter Road leading to Salt Spring. So here we're looking at the paved section. So that's the paved section leading from Ironshore and we are going towards Salt Spring. So we are moving on towards Salt Spring. Just doing a tour today on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road from Ironshore. We're going to go to Salt Spring, and then from Salt Spring we will go toward Cornwall Courts. Then from Cornwall Courts we will move toward Irwin from Cornwall Courts, and then from Irwin to Fairfield, depending on the sunset this evening. So we are now driving on the section of the highway or the perimeter road that is not paved, but you can see the perimeter road as we go up. You can see the perimeter, the side of the perimeter on the right side that is paved. So there's a truck coming down. We are getting closer to Salt Spring now, so we can see workmen. See the workmen on the road. Yeah. So they are working on the side of the road, ensuring that they build some form of terrace and structure to let the water run off the hill. Yeah, but they are doing work. See, they're working here. So the workmen are working on the road. As you can see, so this section here, they are doing the median in the road. And you can see over there on the right side of the road is paved. On the side that I'm going up is not paved. So yeah, they're doing a lot of work here. So it's 2-lane. So the left side going up towards Salt Spring, on the right side coming down toward Ironshore. We are now approaching Salt Spring. And that will be coming up in a couple minutes. So it is now 5:11. Today I'm doing a video while I'm driving, so we're gonna see how far we can reach this evening. So we are now approaching the bridge at Salt Spring. So the first bridge at Salt Spring. Whoa. So this is the first bridge at Salt Spring. See, they are putting some kind of structure there. So that's the bridge. So this bridge will take people from the side of Salt Spring coming from Montego Bay. So they cross the bridge here and they head over to the other side of Salt Spring. So the Montego Bay Perimeter Road will run under this bridge, and the main road of Salt Spring will continue on top of this bridge. So they are doing some form of building. The pipes, they're putting pipe or water. So there's a structure here that they're using. So I'm under this bridge now. So I am leaving the main Salt Spring Road and I'm going toward Cornwall Courts now. So we're approaching the second bridge. We're approaching a second bridge at Salt Spring. Yes, we're approaching a second bridge at Salt Spring. And again, we can see where they are put there, where they have put up the median here. So most people are using only one side of this road, because the side that is paved, they blocked it off. So this road is not really open as yet. So here's another bridge. So this other bridge, people deeper down in the Salt Spring area will use this bridge to get across the Perimeter Road here. So we have just gone over this, under this bridge, and now we are moving down toward Cornwall Courts. So here we are moving toward Cornwall Courts. So the road, progress made since we've been here the last time. There are more drainage have been put in here, and the median has gone a long way. They've paved a bigger section of the road. We can see all across Irwin at this point. So at this section now, we are actually going past the community of Cornwall Courts. So they're gonna be right here. You can continue straight at this section to go to Irwin, but if you want to go to Cornwall Courts, you could just make a right turn here, because we are coming up on the bridge. So you make a right turn at this bridge to get into the community of Cornwall Courts. So you can see workers working on that section. So right down where that truck is, the bridge is right there, or the underpass. So you can either make a right to get in the community, or a left to get out of the community. Alright. we are actually on the bridge. And we can see that, that there's some people doing some work up there. The trucks are doing some work up there. So we are now on the bridge, and we are heading straight to Irwin at this point. So now we can see that some trucks are up there and they are doing some work up there. But we will be moving on. So we are now coming off the bridge at Cornwall Courts. So you can see that motor vehicle. So they're coming from Irwin section and they're going back to Salt Spring section. Yeah, and they could actually turn off at the section down here to get into the community of Cornwall Courts. So now I am exiting the bridge. I am going to go toward the Irwin area. Can see some excavation work taking place on the hillside or the mountain side, and we can look all over the community of Irwin there. We have passed the Cornwall Court section and we are heading to Irwin section, and we are coming to where they have a very long bridge, one of the longest bridge in Jamaica. It's completed already. So this section is not been paved as yet. They're still putting in the median. They're putting the median in this area. And no paving has taken place. You can still see them doing some excavation. This is just a little driving tour of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road before it's finished, you know. So I'm driving from Ironshore and going toward Irwin. I left some minutes after 4. So we are headed toward the Montego Bay or the Fairfield area on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. So notice that they have some boulder here, so they're blocking off a section of the road here, and you can see the boulders here in the road. It means they don't want us to drive on this area. So it's a little bit rough on this road. So that's the bridge. I can see the riders going. So here we are at the bridge. So this bridge is basically closed at this point. So I could not drive on that bridge. But this is a bridge. So we're going to go on the other side of the road. So this road, this bridge will lead you over the Montego River and over the main road leading from Montego Bay into Irwin and the surrounding communities. So we can see in vehicles coming from Montego Bay into Irwin. So this is the Montego River. So this is the water that flows under the bridge. And you can see that's bridge up there. So that's a bridge over the main road at Irwin. And this is a section coming from under that bridge. So this is the Montego River, which flows under that bridge, and it flows toward Westgate area from here. So from the Westgate area, so it will flow from Irwin to into Montego Bay and end up someplace at Westgate. So it's a part of the Montego River that's coming under the bridge at Irwin. So right now I am driving behind one of the truck hauling rock stone and limestone. So these are some of the material that they excavated from the site or the project. The workmen are hauling stone. I'm kind of staying a little distant from a truck. It's a lot of material in that international vehicle. It's fully loaded. Going over a steep hill. So here we are taking a peek from the other side of Irwin across the bridge. So this side of the bridge is the side leading to Fairfield, and over that section is where we're driving from Cornwall courts. So we're just taking a little view from on top of a hill, looking back at the bridge. So we are across the bridge now. We couldn't drive on the bridge because they block it so that nobody can access the bridge unless you're riding a bike like the other guys did. But you can see a vehicle coming toward the bridge, and they will turn down a little pathway that take you into Irwin, but they are using the bridge. All right, so it's the bridge, and it will lead from here across where they make the beams, and they will go that way toward Fairfield. So we are going to try now to go toward the Fairfield area before it's dark. So we are going to go back on track, back on the Perimeter Road project. So we are now accessing entry point. But we could not use the bridge. So we're using the road that these guys use to access and to bring their material and stuff. So that road goes back into Irwin area where they have a housing development. Methods of Irwin, or Irwin methods it's called. Housing development scheme. So let's see now. We're gonna try and see what's going on this road. If I can have access to go to the Fairfield area. I don't know. Let's see, because these guys are busy. It's a rough road here. So we are actually going, see, they are building a bridge right here. We can see workmen doing work in the evening here. So we are passing by toward the Fairfield here. I think at this section here, so the bridge, that bridge will just pass, goes over into the Irwin, the meadows are somewhere there. The scheme that they're building right there have over there. And then this is part of the road that lead toward, section of the road that lead toward Fairfield. So I think so. Here we are. So part of this road that we are going on will take you on the toll section we have to pay to use, and part of it will continue on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road, take you to Bogue and Freeport. So we are going to go over that area. We can see the Westgate Hill in the area there. Westgate Hill is another housing development in around Portobello and Irwin. I see people using the road over there, going back toward towards Cornwall course area. And we can see the bridge that they're actually building right there over there. So the workman is busy working at 5:49. They are busy working. So down in that area that we're looking now, the river runs alongside the road here in the in this area that with a lot of vegetation. So the river runs down in that area. So let's see if we can make it over by Fairfield and Bogue before it's late. Let's head on back to Fairfield area. Now we are leaving Irwin and we are heading toward Fairfield. So we can see on the right side the median. You can see the lovely houses up by Westgate Hills. So there's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work that have been done. So, wow, that truck is coming very fast. So we are getting closer to the Fairfield section, leaving Irwin from the east and going to the west. And as we can see, the sun setting down in the west. Now we are going to come up on an area that they are building some structure. I think it's a part of the toll road project. So I think someplace here there might be a toll booth or something here. I'm not so sure, but this is getting close to the Fairfield area. So I don't know what they're doing here, but you can see that structure that they have here. As you can see, that structure, a nice structure. Alright. Two structure that they have. So as we pass, we're gonna go toward so let's move on before it get dark. Heading to Fairfield. From Irwin. So we get drawing closer to Fairfield. When this road is finished, you enter from Ironshore, maybe about a mile going toward Ochi, a mile from the airport going toward Ochi or so. And then, so I think the bridge is someplace here. So you would go on this bridge. Let's drive on this bridge a little bit. So the bridge is here. So now we are at Fairfield. But I don't think so. You would, if you're coming on the Perimeter Road, when you reach this section, you'll turn. When you reach this section on the Perimeter Road, you continue straight to go toward Bogue and then toward Freeport. So the Perimeter Road basically ends off at Montego Bay Freeport. At this section you can make a left and go toward Granville and Tucker and up John Zolls, Springmount, Kensington, Point. You can go to Malden High, Maroon Town, or you can go Tango River, up Garlands and go back into St. Elizabeth area, or you can just continue straight here. So if the road is finished, we could continue straight on this road and go toward Bogue. But I don't think we can access the bridge from here. So here we go. So this is where we'll go, and we'll go straight to here. So this is where this road stops for now, because you can see the bridge right there. So you would go over this bridge and onto Bogue and then to Freeport. So that's the Perimeter Road. But then at Bogue area now, there's gonna be another point that you can use to go and access the bypass of the Long Hill that leads to Anchovy. So for right now, this is where the road actually stops at Fairfield. But then we can drive on the access road and show you what's going on over there toward Bogue and then to Freeport. So let's make a stop, and I'm going to turn back and head toward I'm going to turn back and head toward Bogue. Let's see if we can turn right here. So right now I am heading, because I turn around here, so we are heading back on the road, because I want to make a left and come off of this road. But here you can see another road here. So this here, right here, you could make if you're coming back now from this side, you could go straight to the bridge and make a right and go enter back to Westgate side, back to Barney Street and go back in the town, or you can go back to Bogue from that area also. So we are going to turn here and we're gonna come off the main road, off the Montego Bay Perimeter Road for a while. This is the road that we would use to get back onto the road that leads to Tucker and Granville and those other areas. But this bridge, you can see this bridge here. So this bridge, I don't know why. Take a look so we can see what's going on at the bridge. It's a very busy road here. So that's the bridge that takes you over the main road at Fairfield. And this Fairfield, I say, takes you, this Fairfield road takes you back to Granville and Tucker and those areas. So the bridge now will take you back to Bogue, and you make a right here and you go back to Montego Bay, like back to Barney Street, Westgate, West Green, and you can go back to Bogue on that road. So this is the bridge that have just been built here. Alrighty. So now we are heading back to Bogue. So the perimeter road will run through this section here toward the Bogue area. Steep hill here, let's see what's going on. So we are heading to the Bogue here. If I can find an exit, maybe not, I have to turn back. Oh yeah, I can find an exit here. So it seems like the road will be here. See that the road will be coming through here. So there's a road that lead here and go right across, and we're gonna go up in that hill to go to the bypass section. So this is where the road will lead from. after we leave Bogue, after we leave Fairfield, heading toward Bogue will be someplace right here. Alright? So this is where the exhibition is taking place. The road that leads from Fairfield to Bogue. So you can see a lot of work has been done right here. Oh, yeah. So now we are at Bogue Village. So we left so I think we will have to come back and do another shot at earlier time so we could see how long it takes to get from Ironshore to Bogue. But we're at Bogue now, and this is basically where most of the major work stop, except where we're gonna see they are building a bridge. So we can see now that it's getting late. I don't think we will be able to get a picture of the bridge that they are building because it's so late now and it's dark. And we cannot get a direct access to the road, but we'll see. So we are now at Bogue, but it's late. So this is where the road will come across to Bogue from the Fairfield area. So it will come across the main road here. But this main road leads to Negril. You can go Reading, Long Hill. So you take this from Montego Bay, and then you can see that they are building something here. But this is a bridge. of some sort that they're building right here. So see? So this is the bridge that they're building right at Bogue. So I think the right here the road is gonna go over perimeter. We're gonna go over this main road here using this bridge right here that they're building, or some structure that they're building right here. And then it will go across this sewage pond. Right here. So we go across the sewage pond and on toward Freeport. Thanks for viewing my video. Please like, share and comment.